So we talked about problems with the African American community. What about the culture? Rap culture, street culture, etc.
Rap culture is perhaps the biggest problem. You know, we mentioned earlier family perception, family education. But in terms of the dominant influence over our life is hip hop culture, rap culture. And rap culture is devilish. It's from the devil. Everything that Satan puts before humanity as a means to cripple humanity, you find it in rap culture. Arrogance, ego, sex without marriage, intoxication, murder, disrespect of parents, disrespect of neighbor, stealing. These are like the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. You see what I'm saying? The whole the you shall not have no Lord before me. The Jews call us the Noahides. You know, they have the 613 commandments. We have the 7, the Noahides. That's for all of the other descendants of Noah. That's not our language in Islam. That's their language. Some of them even say the Prophet Muhammad is the perfect leader for the Noahides. So he is the last prophet for you all. That's how they put it. But anyway, if you go to those basic laws, you know, we break all of that in rap culture, not black culture, but rap culture. But unfortunately, rap culture even pervades black culture. Look how Kamala Harris brought all those debaucherous rappers. Sexy, no, not Sexy Red. What's the Glorilla? Her name is Glorilla, after a gorilla. After so many years, we were called monkeys. We in 2024 we have rappers called Glorilla, female now. Megan the Stallion. After so much, as much as our women have been objectified, and we talk about, oh, Thomas Jefferson had slaves, and we'll talking them turn on Megan the Stallion, that whore Jezebel. These are types in the Bible. So you have the prostitute who repented, who was with Jesus. So you have these different types that they present the female as. But you have the Jezebel. The black culture for the female is the Jezebel, city girls. They call them Jezebels. The black man, he been off base in rap culture. He's talking about how he has this and he has that. He's worshiping himself. So the rap culture is poison. It's poisonous. It's toxic to the spirit, not only of black people anymore. Its toxicity has spread out everywhere. And like I said, it's really entered into all of culture, all of our culture as a people. So to the point where the people, our people, I have to agree, I won't say his name, he's a popular speaker, but he has a sort of a hood, ignorant persona. But most of his talking points, not all of them, but many of his talking points are correct. These people worship these people. They are their gods. They are their idol gods. They worship those rappers. So much so that if you speak out against the rapper, you're condemned. You can be a lover of humanity. You can be a pious man, a family man. And if you speak out against the rapper, you're an enemy of so many, not all, but so many in the black community. So the African American people then are really not all of us. I want to keep saying that because I don't want to offend those who are not guilty of this. But far too many of our people are just outright hypocrites. They're hypocrites. How can you listen to that music? That girl start that song talking about one orifice is pink and the other one is brown. No one in humanity should have listened to her for forever after that. She started the song like that. But she's a figure. They worship these people. And the male rapper, he promotes lesbianism. He promotes, like I said, drug use and everything. So what is this? Let's get to the real issue. And this is what I meant earlier about how people are reading these narrations from scripture like a child. When black people came from the South, actually when we brought here slavery, those children that were born into slavery were innocent. They were not guilty of anything. They were not guilty of their condition. when our foreparents were living in the South trying to make a way for themselves, in large part, our people were Christian. They were church people. It doesn't mean that they had perfect behavior, but they knew that there was a God. There was a time when you could still shame somebody and say, God don't like the way you're behaving. We went up north. We got money in our pocket from being accepted into broader society. And in large part, we lost our way. That's how today, are we still eating from that tree Adam ate from? You better believe it. The African American, I'm speaking about us now. I'm not talking about any other group. These other groups, we can have, there's a reading for them, but I'm speaking about us now in light of what you said. Far too many African Americans, the culture, rap culture, black culture is like the tree of corruption that man ate from. And they lose their innocence. They lose their purity. They lose their righteousness. In the Quran, it says they came out of their clothing and their shame was exposed. And the wisdom in that, as suggested later on in that surah that says they came out of their clothing, it says that it lets us know that their clothing was the clothing of taqwa. God consciousness, they translate it, but it means a fear and a sacred reverence for God, a reverence for family, a reverence for things that deserve respect. The more a people or a person give themselves to sin and disobedience, really, because we were Christian, we weren't all Muslim, but we knew what was right and wrong. We knew about not having sex outside of wedlock. We knew about dressing a certain way. Our women even covered their hair in many instances. That's why those old black women, an old black sister, she got them little hair things, church hats. That was a thing among us, modesty. All of that has been done away with. So as the generations have gone on and on, we've been feeding from this tree. And just like that first man had failed, look at the collapse of our communities. Look how our communities become more and more unlivable. So much so, even though we gave a critique of them in one of the previous recordings, you can understand why so many do move out if they're successful. Because so many of that's a real thing. You've tried to live among your people and you park your nice new car that you earned by your hard work and righteousness and all of that. And you wake up next morning, it's gone. Because the Tay-Tay and them done took it and stripped it for parts. So this is a real thing too. So the descent of Black America, as Black America has fed upon the tree of oppression. That's how it was given in the Quran, so to speak. وَلَا تَقْرَبَ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. You will become an oppressor to your own soul. Why? Because you made the choice to eat from that. You didn't have to do that. So we can't really blame poverty for crime because we was always poor. We were always poor. We have to blame our choices that we have made. So the hip hop culture should really be outlawed. Rap culture, unless it changes, it should be outlawed. It's probably the most cancer. It's one of the most cancerous forces in American society now, and it's reached the whole world. And there's songs I like. I'm a human. You can play a song for a child and they'll start, a baby. They just know automatically to start moving to the rhythm. So obviously there's things that are catchy. But if we would be frank and if we would be honest, all we have to do is ask the question, what redemptive value has come to us from all of this? Tupac is still the hero. But he was killed. Eazy-E, the father of gangster rap, died of AIDS. And look at you, fast forward. Nipsey Hussle, dead. King Von, dead. Lil Durk just got locked up. So many no-name rappers dead. Julio, or whatever his name is, dead. Dead. These people, it's not like these are the pinnacle. These guys are the pinnacle of success. So what is being put before us? Death. DMX, dead. Black Rob, dead. They're just all dead. Who do we know that's made it through, but a very few, like Jay-Z and Puffy. But look at Puffy, might as well be dead. Good as dead. That's how you, because they've sold their soul to the devil, the real devil. So we don't see redemptive value coming from that. And they've used hip hop culture as see, here's what we have to understand. Blacks were always angry men, but we produced Frederick Douglass in our anger. We produced a Malcolm in our anger. We produced a Dr. King in our anger, articulated. You don't think Tupac, with that strong voice he had, that thoughtful mind, you don't think under a separate set of circumstances he could have been a powerful orator to pierce minds of young men? But they gave us, manipulative forces gave us these elements in the culture to tie up all of our energy. So these men that would be givers of life and leaders for us, they're givers of death. But they're our leaders. Go and ask the average 15, 16, 17-year-old, can he quote anything from Dr. King? And then ask him, can he quote from King Von? And see who he quotes from. So who's the leader? Dr. King ain't his leader. No. And whoever else, Drake. Yeah, he can't quote. If he's going to say, I have a dream. You have a dream about what? He's going to start rapping about his dream. He's going to quote Drake. Ask the young girls, who can they quote? They'll quote The City Girl. They'll quote Sexy Red, Glorilla. They don't know anything about Maya Angelou. So who's their leader? Who's their leader? And not only that, they pattern their look after these people. We never saw black girls with blue hair, red hair, orange hair, tattoos all over the place. This is a signal being sent out through the cultural apparatus to reach their minds and make them say, oh, I want to, don't know. You think a baby says, oh man, I want some blue hair. That's a signal sent into them. We have little children. They're not running around wanting blue hair and tattoos. You have to be formed that way. And that's what has happened.